solar panels, photovoltaics. Well, they are to cover all large car parks, except in the United Kingdom. Yes, they're going to be covering large car parks here in France. Yes, welcome to France. Well, this came not into force, but it was passed on the 11th of November 2022. And it's come into force this July 2023. Anyway, what the heck, please boot the old like button, and there will be a secret word at the end of this video. And it's just started raining, so hopefully I can just get this video out in time. Well, if you ask me, Emmanuel Macron, the French president, he's got this right. He really has. It's a no-brainer, it really is a no-brainer. An output from renewable energy could actually surpass nuclear, which currently accounts for 71.7% of all energy production in France. Well, the French Senate has approved a bill requiring all large car parking lots across France, the whole of France, to be topped with solar canopies. Now, I've made videos about this before. I've shown you at Lidl's and also at Decathlon where they've started installing these solar canopies. Like I say, it's a no-brainer. And those installing it, well, they can benefit from the buyback tariff as well. Kind of pays for itself, you see. Yeah. Plus it provides the country with power, localised power. So yes, all these parking lots across France are going to be topped with these solar canopies. And it's going to have to be done within the next 6 years. Now it's predicted to generate, enough energy, equivalent to around 10 nuclear reactors. Brilliant, I would say, yeah. And what's the French government have to do? Well, they just had to pass legislation to make it happen, to encourage all these major landowners and people who own the leases and what have you, the land and what have you, to put these canopies up. Like I say, it's a no-brainer. And very forward thinking. It's a plan that would also help balance power across the country. Since localised solar generated power is used locally. Yes, before it gets anywhere else, it's been sucked up by local demand. Yeah, reducing the demand on national infrastructure. Just like what's been going on in the United Kingdom, we've seen that Scottish wind turbines haven't been turned off at a cost of 150 million a year, and just because they can't get the power south, because the cables aren't big enough. They just haven't got enough capacity. It's wasted power. It's ridiculous, it really is. And transporting power anyway from point A to point B, as an electrician myself, there's power loss. Via transformers, etc. And also dispersion into the atmosphere and stuff like that. It just goes. A certain percentage of the power produced is lost, just gone. Whereas if it's locally used, it gets used. There's less losses. Yeah. Like I say, via the cables and via the transformers. You don't believe me? Check it out. Now this move to local production makes a transition to electric vehicles even more possible by 2023 because you're reducing the load on infrastructure. Yes, we still need more charging points, and although they are putting quite a few in here in France, I must admit, even our little local supermarket has got an EV charge point, even though British expats, immigrants, keep parking in the bays. I did a video about that before. They're parking in the bays, they do. In an English registered car, even though I know the geezer lives here. Lovely people, aren't they? Car's not insured. No, it's not legal. So, how does this new solar canopy plan work? Well, the legislation mandates that all new and existing car parks with 80 or more parking spaces, and that's not a lot, though they're relatively small car parks. They have to be blanketed in photovoltaics, or at least half of their surface area. That is amazing. I think this is brilliant legislation, and I've been talking about this before. I've talked about the I think I've talked about it on this channel as well, regarding, car parking spaces, but also all those industrial buildings everywhere. They've got flipping roofs. Massive roofs, covering them with photovoltaics. Produce your own power. Some places have, like Tesla for instance, they do. Well, this is ultimately expected to yield around 11 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity. with the added benefit of shielding cars and pedestrians from the sun and adverse weather. As a dog lover myself, we often struggle to find adequate shade if popping into the supermarket, our local shop, on the way to, say, a woodland walk or something in the car. Obviously, we're walking. You get out of the car when we go for a walk, yeah. Anyway, these solar cameras, as far as we're concerned, is a flipping bonus. It produces power. Well, it's just a no-brainer, isn't it? It really is. We need to do more of it. It's all about the naysayers, though, isn't it? They're plonkers, anyway. You shouldn't be listening to them. Well, the Nigel Farages of the world. Oh, the lights will go out at night. Well, they generally do. The wind turbines don't produce power when it stops blowing. Oh, God, it's called balancing your power. It's what we've got to do, you see. Anyway, the news comes after President Emmanuel Macron said that he aims for a massive acceleration in France's renewable energy development, with plans for a 10-fold increase in solar capacity by 2050. This is, like I keep saying this, but it is an absolute no-brainer. And like I say, even the naysayers, they're going to find it rather difficult to argue, since this plan sort of solves the solar land use. For instance, farmers can grow more spuds. And once that bill comes into effect in July this year, between 800 and 400 parking spaces will have to install, if they've got between 800 and 400 parking spaces, so that's quite a lot of the large supermarkets, they'll have to install canopies within 5 years, while those with more than 400 spaces will only have 3 years to get up to speed. Now, quite frankly, I feel this is probably the answer to the EV question, electric vehicle question, whether or not the infrastructure is up to speed. What say you? Leave it in the comments down below. Anyway, my secret word that I promised that'd be at the end of this video, because I haven't been doing secret words for a while. But one particular commenter on my video keeps mentioning the fact that I haven't been doing secret words. But my secret word today is short circuit. Johnny 5, he wants to be alive, so the secret word today is short circuit. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon, or you buy us a coffee, and the link's down below. And it really is, because I'm getting to the point now, but I might have to reconsider what I'm doing here. But anyway, so and if you want we're doing a GoFundMe here as well. We're planting I'm losing track here. We're planting 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land here in France. If you've been part of that, there is a GoFundMe link down below in the description, and also it should come up in the card on the end of this video, for which, if you want to be a part of that, you can make a contribution, and we'll plant a tree on your behalf, but also I'll make a sign to go with the tree with your name on it. So basically that tree will be tagged to you, and it will. So anyway, time for me to go, I suppose. Remember, the secret word at the end of the day, leave it in the comments down below, and it is short circuit. Even solar panels can short circuit, Ta-ta.